We're going to look at the Civil's Bridge Strike report. I've launched the form on my iPad and we can see that it looks like a paper form would. As I zoom out, we'll see that there are 3 pages in this form, but we'll go to the first page to start filling some data. I'll first check the type of bridge at the top, and then I'll pinch zoom so that I can get a closer look at some other fields. I'll type in an LUL location. As you can see, the on-screen keyboard comes up. I'll tab from that field into the next field and capture a physical location. You might have noticed that the yellow highlighting went away on the LUL location because that was a required field and it is now filled. We'll go down to the date of incident, which is a different type of field called a constrained text field, and we'll see that we get a numeric keyboard pop up there instead, and I can enter that date. We zoom out and see that I've checked a few other boxes on the form. Now what we're going to do is show a rule there at the bottom. You notice that as I have 2 checkboxes checked, I get a yellow highlight on a couple of fields. That's because these are dependent fields. I can obviously either uncheck that checkbox or fill in the other dependent field. Zooming back out, we get some GPS coordinates and other sort of data, including a lookup. But then I go to page 2, and you can see that I can start sketching a intersection in this case, but really can be anything from there, and we record that ink directly in our form capture. We'll go to the third page and we'll take a photo on my iPad with the built-in camera, and that's inserted directly into the form. I'll circle a tree in that picture so you can do markup directly on top of one. I'll also mark up the bridge diagram that's directly below the picture as well, and that's stored with the form too. Finally, I sign it and then finish this form, sending it up to the server. Now this form has an approval workflow, so now I've logged in as a different user on a web browser where I am locking that form exclusively to this approval user and taking a look at it. We can look at all the data that my inspector had captured across the different pages, including the sketch and ultimately the photo. And then eventually what I'm going to do is go to my approval page and I'm going to sign. In this case I'm signing with a mouse. If my workflow was likely to use browsers, I might just have a text field for approval instead. I again send this data to the server so exports can be produced. Specifically in this case we're going to flip over to SharePoint because we've exported both a PDF and a CSV to a SharePoint site. We navigate through SharePoint's interface to get to that PDF and open it, and we'll see that it looks very much like the form that I captured. I could actually reformat it if I wanted to, but in this case we just have a direct one-for-one PDF export from the form. Scroll through the various pages and see that everything, including my photo capture, is there. I'll close that PDF and go to a SQL Server reporting services report that we put together. This form is also exporting data from the form to SQL, and we can just do a quick date range query and we can see that we have a simple report on the bridges here.